And welcome back to Music Free Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day. And you know, working on this part of the castle got me thinking, you know what? I'm wanting to expand out the castle even more, and I think it's time to add the main gatehouse that's going to lead into the bailey outside. So let's jump into that. This is the area where I want to build the gatehouse, and I'm basically going to be taking over where these two hills are, okay? So that's going to be awesome, but I'm not entirely sure how I want this to be shaped and how it's going to connect with the castle there, because, you know, that's a castle and it should have like a tower on the corner and things like that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building here, and then we'll just kind of see how this goes. You know, a wise person once said that if you don't know where you're going, it doesn't matter what road you take to get there. And yes, it is somewhat true that that wise person was in fact a cat that disappeared into its own smile. But that doesn't make it any less wise in the ways of paths. So, you know, we're gonna follow that wisdom and figure out where we need to be first, and then I can build up the this main castle gate to deal with that. Okay, that's sort of the idea anyway. So the sketching continues. We're gonna free cam up so you can kind of see. Here's the shape of this sort of outbuilding. Not quite an outbuilding, but it's sort of this far side of where the gate is going to be. I said there's going to be a tower built up right there, or some form of fortification anyway. And then right here, as night falls, hang on, let's sleep so we can see this. As we come out here towards these blocks that I've marked out to be the curtain wall heading up out that way, it might make sense actually to bring this sort of out here so it extends this direction from the curtain wall, you know, just like the towers do, right? Because that helps provide protection and stuff as you shoot down the sides of the walls. On the other hand, I think what I'll do is I'm going to just continue this building this way, and just like I did on the castle, I'll sketch out the main shape of the building first, and then I could add towers around the outside or something like that after. Okay, we are definitely in the start boring phase, and that's okay. All right, now from a sketch perspective, these walls are sort of done. Obviously, I've got a big hole there. Look with the sheep and stuff, but yeah, it's just, I think, I'm gonna fall off. Yeah, I think this is gonna be mostly okay. If I come over here from this side, yeah, the height of this is gonna be good. What I need to figure out is what's happening on this building, and then how it's going to deal with a tower over here. So maybe I need to actually sketch that out. You know, the problem with building the whole castle out of gray is it's a little bit harder to see where everything is. But again, we'll free cam up and you can see where this tower is lining up. And I think this is going to be okay. It doesn't stick out quite as far as that one over there. And I didn't plan it, but check this out. It lines up right with this little funky extension of the wall I did here, because I did this sort of weird indent. And so that's all lining up beautifully. So this tower is going to go up and be taller than the wall. I think this side is going to stop roughly here, okay, at this height, with the gate in between whatever's happening in this thing and that building over there, okay? So I think this is going to be okay. Now I just need to get a bunch of material and build this tower up. Oh, jeez! There are 87 creepers over there! No, what part of no do you not understand? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, we be jamming. Holy mackerel. What the heck is wrong with that cave? That just wasn't right. It's just not right at all. I'm sorry, but no, that's just not right. I think we've got ourselves a fairly reasonable castle sketch. Okay. Obviously, there's a lot of details that need to be done. These towers I decided to bring up higher to the same level as that one back there. And I need to actually put in where's the gatehouse and stuff like that. But overall, I think the shape is pretty good. Given where things are, and maybe to do a little bit of other decorative nonsense, or maybe something closer to possibly, maybe perhaps a little bit historically accurate, wanting to pull a tower-ish kind of out this way. So I may do a covered, some sort of covered entrance here like I did on the other side in the keep. Okay. But all in all, I think we've got ourselves a fairly reasonable castle shape now coming together here right around this main gate into the bailey. We've got a shape for this building, right? The shapes here aren't bad, right? We'll have a tower there, sort of a tower gatehouse thingy here, and then this giant rectangular thing, right? And it is a rectangular thing. Now, I think the idea, again, was to maybe have a sort of covered gatehouse or something coming in this way. Because it just kind of feels like this needs some sort of tower or other defensive dealy-bob. So let's play with this structure here a little bit, and yeah, we'll see what comes up. I don't know what's going to come up. This whole thing is just weird. So, weird random gate tower has a wart, which is fine, and so does weird rectangular building thing. They definitely are now all warty and gross. It's kind of like dealing with, you know, certain brands of witches, okay? Not like the good witches that have their own bubble mobiles, but like the kind of gross witches that are all like warty and bubbly and stuff. Yeah, that's kind of what we've got here. But I think the idea at this point is I'm going to bring the actual archway covering Dealy Bob out here, and that is what's going to control access to this little courtyardy deal, and then this road into the bailey and the rest of the castle. Okay, so let's add on to our warts, just like the witches of old. I've kind of filled in a little bit where the gatehouse and the entrance is going to be and all that fun stuff, and it looks a little weird, but I think it's actually starting to come together a little bit as we swing around this way. Yeah, I'll bring this level up. We'll put the top of the building right up here. But, you know, all in all, this is kind of looking, oops, I can't fly. It's kind of looking okay when you come inside here. Yeah, I'll add some decorative nonsense inside, but I think this is actually kind of sort of starting to come together in a way that I am surprisingly happy with. You gotta love it when you get surprisingly good, happy words. I can't words, but let's just say I'm kind of happy with where we're at now. Yeah, the crenellations definitely help. Okay, now obviously this is all boring and awkward, and that's fine. We'll deal with that. The next step, I think, is to sleep, obviously, because the sun is going sleepy time. But I want to get some terraforming around this side of the castle, and then probably a little bit around the front. So let's go play some grass. Okay, I think if I free cam, let's look around here. You can kind of see the terraforming I've done. I think I may bring the grass up a little bit along the base of this cliff. But all in all, we have a cliff, okay? Certainly it's giving the castle something to stand on. It's giving a little bit more visual interest over on this side of the build. Okay, I think this will work. Is it fabulous? Yeah, no, it still needs all the detail and stuff, but I think it's a good start. I was going to go simpler on the roof, but after I put it in, I was just going to do the terracotta. It was just didn't look right. So I came back in with the sea lanterns and all the trapdoors and all that fun stuff. Plus these lovely bamboo trapdoors over frog lights. We got, or not frog lights, sea lanterns. We've got, there's lots of lights here. And it looks cool. We'll just go with that. Now, I haven't started on the stable. I think that's going to be a problem for future me. But I think this area is looking okay. And I originally had this, had the crimson coming all the way out this way. I took it out just because it seemed a little too ornate for the area outside the castle, right? And get a couple of those extra slabs in. I might even replace this center stripe. I'm not entirely sure, but for the moment, I think I can live with it. So, yeah, all right. Is it fabulous and amazing? No, maybe not quite, but I think it looks okay. And that is going to do it for me today. I am pretty much out of time, but I like where this is going, okay? Is it perfect? No, obviously it needs a lot more detail, right? Windows and other fun stuff. But I think we've got a good shape here, and you know, progress is being made. That's always a good thing. And if you like progress and or castles, or sometimes just placing blocks in the right place, like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. And until next time, be excellent to each other. This is Music Free Gaming signing off.